No intro. We're just talking.
What the fuck is up with that suit? What's happening? For the people who are listening, Joaquin has like a bright orange. It looks like he's going to prison, but it says NASA on it, so I'm not gonna.
Come on, give me some more. Give me some
Okay,
more. Come on, give me some heat. Give me some heat.
It looks like he was on the set of Armageddon with Bruce Willis.
Yeah, yeah. You can call me Immigrant Joe Rogan. Come on, go for it, bro.
Why? Why do you have that on? Halloween isn't for another like 4 months.
So I'm working on a project where I am writing a script for a show I want to upload to Roku, and I bought a bunch of like set costumes and stuff this week.
The alien shit?
The alien shit, yeah, the thing we've been talking about. And yeah, I thought
I don't think wearing a NASA suit's going to bring the aliens to you. I don't think that.
No. It's I'm writing a scripted show, so I'm doing some test shots. So I thought, why not buy like a cheap $25 astronaut shoot for the test shots to make them more real. I'm practicing some acting stuff. Yesterday, me and Drew actually worked on a little skit for the show that I'm stoked to show the people.
What skit? Oh, that's good. That's
yeah,
good. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm definitely. I am a tangerine. I look like broke Goku.
Why didn't you?
Come on.
Why didn't you? Why didn't you get us all a suit? Like, why we could have been the orange suit boys.
I am a whore for the clicks.
Okay.
I want the attention on me.
Yeah.
So yeah, I got.
You look like Orange the Auto.
Orange. That's good. Go Qs.
Oh, are they a baseball team? Who is that?
That's the Syracuse College.
I only know that from Air Hawaii.
Okay, that's
when I was a kid. They used to have a video game. It was NCAA, and you could play with a team of all the mascots, and you play with all the oranges. Shit was fucking.
You
hilarious.
played baseball games as a kid?
No, NCAA football. I played football.
That's worse.
Oh, now EA is a trash company. They put out the same video game every year. The last Madden I bought was, I believe, 4 or 5 years ago, and I got it for $20 way after the season.
Us being gamers, okay?
Yeah.
Can you explain to me why people buy Madden every year and not realize they're buying the same game over and over?
And they get exposed every year too. Like they use the same models.
Every single but it's their player base supports it because they're not refusing. I literally got into a full blown argument with Darrell. I'm like, he thinks I'm trashing him for playing the game. I'm like, no, they are robbing you.
We deserve better as game. We deserve a better product every year.
So for people that don't know what we're talking about, NBA 2K and EA's Madden literally will release the same game every single year with just like slight tweaks, and I mean the slightest tweaks that they could just update on their. They could just update the game on their server. You don't have to re-release the game fully. But the people that play them, they're not. Listen, you can take it however you want. They're not real gamers because if they were, they would understand that they're being fucking robbed.
My thing is, every couple years they'll have a new engine. And it's normally when like a new console comes out.
Correct.
And that's when I'll buy it. Every couple years I want to see what's up.
So what's happening is even with the new console and the new engine, it's still the same shit. It's still the same shit.
Dude.
Now wrestling was doing the same thing with the WWE 2K games. They were releasing the same game over and over and over. But then it got to a point where people were like, "Hey, you know what, man? You ain't going to just keep updating the roster and then releasing the game and calling it a new game." So people pretty much boycotted it, and they had to take a couple years off and get the shit right and pretty much make us a whole new game.
Happened with Battlefront, too. I remember when Battlefront was awesome. Then they rolled that out. They tried to do it as a pay-for-play. Like, you want Luke Skywalker, you want Darth Vader, fucking you got to pay for it.
Those are true gamers. Those were gamers, though. Like, that Battlefront shit, people called that out. You know, it sucks now, too, because Battlefront 2 is actually a fun game now. They actually they did a lot of work to try to fix it, but it was too late.
Same
It's
thing
too
happened
late.
to Cyberpunk, and it's happened to Warzone right now too.
I haven't played Warzone, but I think Cyberpunk's getting like a new DLC too.
Yeah.
It looks, they're reworking the whole game. I heard, which just seems pretty cool.
Cyberpunk just needed another year in the oven to cook.
100%.
And I think shareholders, when you have shareholders and people that when there's money involved, where they don't want to take a loss on their year-end profits or whatever the fuck it is, that's when you get games like Cyberpunk that are fucking half cooked.
They're ran by marketing companies, not by gaming companies.
Correct.
So, like, at the end of the day, it's about profit margin. So it's like, fuck Warzone. Warzone's still making us $8 million a fucking day.
They're fucking removing. I'm so sorry, y'all. I know y'all. You'll be like, if these nerd ass niggas. This chick yesterday said, "What are you gonna do with the rest of your night?" I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna get some talks for my podcast, and I'm gonna play Final Fantasy." She's like, so you're not gonna respond to me because you're being a fucking nerd.
What
Whoa.
the? Oh,
I said,
no.
yep, exactly. That's exactly what I'm gonna do.
Yeah,
Fuck you.
fuck off.
How has Final Fantasy been? I've heard people have mixed reviews on it.
So while we're talking about gaming, gaming is in a great space right now.
Yeah,
like,
back to back.
I mean, I have so many games that I switch from. I'm playing Street Fighter 6. I'm back on YouTube watching 2-hour Street Fighter tournaments. I haven't done that.
That's dope.
I haven't done that since like 2008, 2009, where I have my fucking screen up while I'm playing the game, watching people play tournaments. I'm watching fucking tutorial of it. I haven't done this in like, dude, it's great. It's really great.
Are you watching people play online or people doing the cabinet tournaments? Because I have a friend that does the cabinet tournaments.
So it's like people doing just like local tournaments.
Yeah.
So like I watch this. I think it's called like Telsa Never Dies. They do like these 2-hour tournaments, and I just sit there and watch the whole thing because the combos they do are just so. I'm like, oh my god, look at this fucking shit. And I'm losing to like people I shouldn't be losing to, like my boy Mike and Thomas. I used to beat the fuck out of them in Street Fighter 4, and now I'm losing to them, and it doesn't sit right with my soul.
It's more accessible now, right? That's what people are saying.
It's more accessible on the surface level, but there's so many mechanics in the game that you can, you'll be getting, there's drive impact, there's supers, there's parries. There's just so much shit that you have to think about at any given moment that you could be thinking about one thing, like, oh, he's gonna do this, and then he'll throw out like a drive impact you weren't expecting it. Anyways, game's in a great space. I have Street Fighter 6 right now, Final Fantasy 16, and then Diablo 4. Final Fantasy 16. To get back to what you were asking. So far, the story is really intriguing and it has my interest, but the game is too easy. It's like they put it on easy mode. I think to get like a more casual audience, which is fine, but they should have had. It's just too easy. It's like way too easy. Like I even text my friend. I was like, "Hey, does this game get any harder?" And I'm like, "He's like, no." He's like, "This is pretty much it." He's like, "I don't even level up my stuff," and I'm just like, "That's a little disappointing." So. I'm gonna keep playing the game and maybe it'll get a little bit harder, but so far it's like it's just like way too easy. Like the RPG elements are just like I think they're just there for show. They don't really seem necessary. Like I don't need to level up my character or level up my weapons or get the right materials and stuff. Which is what Final Fantasy is about, and it's a little disappointing. And there's no crew. Like you don't have a crew. It's just the one guy. Yeah, there's no party. It's just one guy, and I don't like that. The whole reason I like Final Fantasy is because of the party. Like usually the main character is like, yeah, he's cool, but it's the whole party that's the true main character is the whole party. So the fact that it's just one guy, so far it's not bad. So far it's not bad.
Do you guys think that video games as a whole have gotten easier from the time we were kids to right now?
1,000%.
I believe so too. Because
1,000%.
there's a couple games I'd play that were just fucking impossible, not fun. You'd get to like the second or third level and you would just fucking not be able to pass it. Like Super Nintendo, extremely unforgiving. PlayStation 1,
unforgiving.
Extremely unforgiving. Try playing an actual Dreamcast game. I see the fucking memes bringing it back, but actually try playing that game.
There's nothing wrong with a game being a little bit challenging where you get to a boss he beats the fuck out of you a couple times.
Yeah.
Like, damn, can I beat this guy? And then on like the third or fourth try, then you beat him.
I get that with God of War. Like God of War, I'll have to spend a fucking day on a dude. I'll be like, I'm gonna have to learn how he moves.
Are you talking about like the secret, the side bosses?
a little bit of side bosses and a little bit of main bosses? Yeah.
Main boss. If I die to a main boss,
Main boss gets usually waxed, but fucking like some of those side like little kings and gravestones and shit like that. Those
are meant to be hard. Yeah,
Yeah.
those are meant to be hard, and that's what hopefully this game, Final Fantasy, will have that. I'm still pretty early on. We'll see. We'll see. But gaming is, I love that I have multiple games to play. I can switch from this game to this game to this game. I fucking love that. I love that. It's been a long time since COVID. Where I've had like 3 or 4 different games to play at once. So I really like that.
I also view gaming as a way to like fulfill like my childhood needs. So like now, like as an adult, I get to buy all the fucking video games I want.
Buy whatever the fuck
I remember back in the day, that shit used to be a fucking hustle. Like I had to fucking rake leaves, clean house, not mouth off, and then it would be considered. It like not fucking always listened to,
Yeah.
But like now it's like, oh, I don't drink or do fucking heavy drugs. So like, yeah, I can spend $100 every couple weeks on like some games or some gear.
Yeah, people, I have friends that would have every fucking game in the book. And I'm like, dude, how do you finesse your parents to do that? Because if I got a game in March, right, I wasn't getting another game until
stretching
like,
it out.
oh yeah, you're stretching it to at least May, maybe June. Like
that's how you become an elite player at a game, too, because you're fucking.
You're fucking telling me.
You're playing Ocarina of Time for hours and hours.
You're on your third playthrough of Final Fantasy VII or something like that because you just don't have a bunch of games to play. Anyways, all right, that's enough gaming. I'm sure they're fucking about to.
Should we talk about it?
They're about to blow their brains out.
Sounds like a good segue to submarines.
Yeah. We talk about it.
Speaking of gaming, speaking of submarines, why do you have that Amazon controller on that submarine?
Oh, bro. This is the way I have some like boomers at my job, and I was like, this is how I'm gonna fucking explain this to you. That Mad Catz fucking controller. That I wouldn't trust that for a game of fucking FIFA.
Yeah.
And you're gonna put your life on that?
Shit, that button don't work.
Ooh.
It has nipples, I think.
Yeah, it was a Logitech. It's a Logitech. I was talking shit about the Mad Catz, but fucking yeah. Actually, you know what, Drew? Can you bring up that video that I sent you? It's the perfect intro for all that stuff.
Oh my god.
I'm sure everybody knows. I don't think we need to explain what's going on with the submarine. What happened with the submarine?
Experimental submersible vessel.
Is it connected to
One
the
second.
thingy?
Yeah. So basically, a private company has a submarine that they take people on tours for to go see the Titanic wreckage, and a couple of billionaires went on over the weekend. They went missing for a couple days, and they have now perished. So we're going to talk about the details. Did
they have any successful missions down there?
I believe they have.
Yeah.
They did?
Yeah,
Okay.
they have.
Because my whole thing was like, what sold these people to go down there? You couldn't fucking pay me to go see the Titanic. You couldn't pay me.
So, bro,
if you offer me $250, say, hey Marcus, I'll give you $250,000 right now. All you gotta do is get in that little fucking submarine and go down the Titanic. I'm gonna say, suck my dick. I'm not going down.
So
there.
You couldn't do it anyway, right? Because you're claustrophobic.
Exactly. That's why I wouldn't do it. And the ocean is just like the unknown of the ocean. Fuck.
So BBC just did a documentary on their company like 2 months ago, and they were like, because they're getting a bunch of scrutiny. The CEO, people are being like, this is unsafe. People are going to die. Blah blah blah. And they do a documentary, and that's the clip I sent Drew. But like within the first 10 seconds of watching this clip, I was already like, no fucking way in hell I'm signing that.
Purpose. An experimental submersible vessel that has not been approved or certified by any regulatory body and could result in physical injury, disability, emotional trauma, or death. Where do I sign?
All right. Pause right there.
Oh, take your shoes off. That's customary.
Okay.
Are any of you signing that fucking
No.
paper?
Fuck no.
No way in
That
fucking
sounds like a standard
no.
release form for anything, though.
But
So you
no,
would've signed
it
it?
said the words not regulated by any
Right.
governing body.
And that's what the whole conversation about this is, that they're trying to understand how something like this, because this is the only commercial vehicle that you can take to go see the Titanic. You can't do it any other way.
Well, how was James Cameron? How was James Cameron getting down there?
He's
rich.
He did a
yeah.
The buttons don't work.
There we go. There we go.
There you got it.
Yeah, sorry for pausing. Yeah.
Wow. Inside, the sub has about as much room as a minivan.
So this is not your grandfather's submersible. We only have one button. That's it. It should be like an elevator. It shouldn't take a lot of skill.
The Titan is the only 5-person sub in the world that can reach Titanic depths, 2.4 miles below the sea.
2
It's
miles?
also the only one with a toilet. Sort of. And yet, I couldn't help noticing how many pieces of this sub seemed improvised.
Bro, you get that at Home Depot. The fucking...
This nigga took drywall from Home Depot and put it onto this fucking submarine.
Looked like it was put together by some Mexicans out front of Home Depot, too. We'll put that shit together quick.
2.4 miles below the sea. It's also the only one sub seemed improvised.
We can
Out of
use
your
this off the shelf.
fucking mind.
I got these from Camper World. We run the
Camper
whole thing
World.
with this game controller.
No fucking way, dude.
Now, the pilot was a well-renowned, well-respected pilot. PH. Everyone talked about this guy. Even the James Cameron guy.
Oh, really? Okay. I didn't know that.
And so, my question is, how did someone so smart, so respected in this world, how did he put himself in this position?
Hubris. Pride. He thought, because like I've seen a lot of interviews with this cat, and he's like,
Who, PH? You're talking about PH. Not the owner of the company. I'm talking about the pilot.
the pilot, yeah. So
I thought the pilot was the owner, no?
No.
Oh, I did. Okay. Because
So-
I only see that old man that was sitting there. That's the owner.
That's the
right?
owner.
I thought he was the pilot the whole time.
So he's alive because I believe
Who's
I've,
alive?
that guy right there, the owner, the CEO.
No, he's
he
dead.
was- he
He's
was on
dead.
that
Oh,
thing.
he's dead.
He's in there.
Okay,
He's
okay.
dead.
That I was confused for a second.
No,
Got it.
he and the pilot died.
That nigga's mush.
Yeah. Did you guys hear the like grisly details of how it happened?
It imploded.
It imploded.
Yeah. So like basically, I heard that it was like the same thing as if it were a metal piston, and it just went
Well, yeah.
like the tube just went like that.
If I were to go, that I'm actually glad that's how it
That
happened.
it was painless. Yeah,
Yes,
it was totally
they
painless.
said it was so quick
like
that they wouldn't even realize they died. So
Yeah.
that's how I would have preferred it.
Honestly,
You
yeah.
don't want to wait 4 days for people to look for you.
Fuck no, and then you have to like
You have to
guys-
shit and
hey, guys, I
piss.
have to shit.
Can we
Oh.
talk about the dichotomy of the two stepsons? Have you guys heard about this shit? This is fire. This is fire content.
Yeah. So what aspect do you want to go back? Because
I'll go about the shitty part, and then you come with the funny part.
Oh, yeah,
the
go
shitty
ahead.
part is there was one of the people on the submersible was a 19-year-old boy who was scared before. He said, "I don't want to jump on this thing. It's unsafe."
I didn't know that.
And he's like, all this shit is fucking like super like janky. I think it's a bad call, but it fell on Father's Day weekend, so he wanted to like fucking make his dad proud.
I'm so glad I can't be-
So they went down there and they fucking died. And like so like his mom and their aunts are fucking pissed.
I bet.
Yeah.
I fucking bet.
Yeah. So like he was one of these like billionaire guys who like is like a Pakistani tech guy, and he like fucking apparently is a huge Titanic buff, and he went down there like trip of a lifetime and pressured his son to go on, and they're dead.
What is it about the Titanic that people are so obsessed with?
I don't know.
I-
The movie.
I-
There's
the
the
movie
movie.
is okay.
That's it, though.
There's nothing I want to see on the Titanic. It's
that's
a
it.
grave site.
yeah,
That's
I
the
know.
thing. And because there's a big urge to go see it, because that Titanic, due to the pressure and all the sea, it's not going to last much longer. It's all going to degrade and fall apart.
Pull
Just
it up
be-
on YouTube. You're just as close, man.
No.
Our boy James
There's
Cameron's
there's
already
a girl
filmed
that
it.
was such an awe of going to go see this, like due to bad conditions. This is her third attempt
Oh, is that the
trying
one
to see.
she was crying?
She was
Yeah,
crying.
I saw that.
She had to. She's like, my whole life. This is it.
Oh, God.
It's to go see this metal
Yeah.
seaweed.
Yeah.
By the Apple headset.
I saw that. I saw her start crying. I started laughing. I was like, lady, get a fucking grip, man. Get a grip.
That's all she wants, dude. She just wants to see the Titanic. She wants to see where she held Jack and Rose at the corner.
So there was another stepson.
This kid's fire.
He's repping SD.
He was not on the boat. The dad is in there. And
Stepdad.
The stepdad is in there. We don't know what's going on with your stepdad. The son is at the Blink-182 concert. People are like, yo, your dad is missing, bro. Like, why are you at Blink-182? Then he's on Twitter, and OnlyFans motto is like, yo, can I sit on somebody's face? And he's commenting like, yes, please. Can you pull up the academics clip I sent you?
Which one is it?
James Cameron.
No, the other one. No.
Thanks for the...
So he's responding to people.
So my homegirl, my online friend Brea.
So just to give some context, he was getting so much shit because he was at the Blink-182 concert. He's responding to OnlyFans chicks. People were just like, yo, can you show some sympathy for your dad? So then he's responding.
Stepdad.
Thanks for the...
And he's from San Diego.
Is he?
So my homegirl, my online friend Brea, I always talk to her on Twitter. We have a playful back and forth. And I respond to a comment like I do every day.
Yo, she says, can I sit on you? And he says, yes, please. Yo, his stepdad is wheezing for breath. Man, I ain't gonna lie, man. Yo, this is what I tell y'all kings, man. Protect yourself, man. You gotta kill.
Protect yourself.
Wheezing. His dad could be out suffocating. It was, and you're on there like that just shows like, you know, again, rest in peace to those people on that ship. But like, if you have a stepson that he doesn't give a flying fuck that you're down there, that's really bad. Yeah, and listen, what he said makes sense. He's like, the guy, he's on a submarine. What the fuck? I can't do anything about it. But yes, we get that. We understand that. But show some fucking compassion for your family member. This is crazy.
I think you're not giving enough credit to that movie. That movie is still number 4 of the best-selling movies of all time.
Really?
Listen, I've seen the Titanic. It's not that fucking good. It's not that good. It's a...
I like Titanic.
Out of 10. Out of 10, what are you guys giving Titanic?
Out of just a film?
Yeah.
It's an 8. It's an 8, man. That's a best picture.
That's a little low.
That's a little
low. I think that's high.
It's a little low.
Nah,
8 sounds right. 8 sounds right.
Okay. I was going to say 8.5.
I was going to say 7.
Cool, it's memorable scene.
Okay,
we're not fucking
we're not off.
You know,
We're
like
not
it's a
off.
good movie.
It's a good
And
movie.
8 is above average. That's like above average.
No, I think
it's above average. Titanic is an above average movie.
Yeah,
I think that's safe to say.
I think the song was better than the movie.
that's what made the movie.
The
song's
fire. That's what made me want to see the movie.
Yeah, when she had her arms out.
The first half of that movie where it's just a bunch of rich people like fucking just gallivanting along a ship, trash. But watching them all die, fire. All those people said
He's
racial
in it for the
stuff.
mass casualty.
None of those people liked me or you.
Where were the black people?
Yeah, if we were on the Titanic, we couldn't look at anyone in the fucking eyes.
Yeah,
fuck
right.
out of here.
Yeah.
Fuck all those people.
He's right.
Where are the black
Freeze
people?
up.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, they had to be as accurate as possible to the real thing.
I'm sure when black people that time got the news in the paper that the Titanic sank, well, that's what the niggas did. I bet you that's what it was like.
No, we were in the kitchen, bro. Let's be real. we were around.
No, but see, when I was a kid, the movie was sad.
Yeah.
Because racism and all that stuff didn't play a part in my young, untainted brain. So when people are falling off the ship and he's playing the violin and it's all that shit's sad. You show it to me now, I don't give a fuck.
Aw.
I don't give a shit.
Just like, ooh, that's
I don't give a shit.
I'm surprised the Titanic is as close as it is to the U.S. than I thought it was. I thought it was in the middle of the ocean. Like,
where is it?
really
I don't know
far.
where it's
Canada.
at. It's in Canada?
Yeah.
Okay. That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, that's really, really close. More close. than
I
we
just
could have
I don't see
the appeal.
No, I know the Titanic is a. I'm not talking down its relevancy in American pop culture, but I just don't understand like how it can mean that much to you that you're willing to risk your life just to see, a shipwreckage. I don't understand.
Oh, so this leads me perfectly into the next topic, something you guys haven't even fucking heard about. So I'm going to sound like the Joker. 5 fucking billionaires go missing. Everyone fucking freaks out. 700 immigrants from Syria, Africa, fucking Afghanistan, Pakistan got capsized in the Mediterranean Sea, 300 people died, 100 kids died. No one gives a shit.
Nobody gave a shit.
No one gave a shit.
I thought it was like 1,700.
It's 700 people were on the ship. So it's a bit. It hasn't been on the because the Greek government fucked up. They tried to tow the ship. Fucking the ship got really rocky. They couldn't tow it, and then the boat capsized. And they waited 3 hours to save these motherfuckers because they have an immigrant crisis there. So like it's all super shady. And like it being out of the news is also very suspicious, you know. But like I think that the news being pointed directly at this submarine thing while that happened, and that's like a serious issue, is like really weird to me.
Did you guys meet anybody that was like that felt bad for the people on the sub? This was because
my mom, because she's got a soft heart, but that's it.
You know, when I first heard about it, I was like, man, that's actually kind of sad that those people are stuck in the submarine. But then the more I started learning about it, I was just like, well, you know,
that clip was what I was like, yeah, fuck. Why the fuck did you go on that?
Why did you go
Why
on
did you
that?
go on that? There's no right mind. Like I'm not a billionaire. I'm not as educated as some of those people probably. But fucking no way in hell am I signing that piece of paper.
Yeah, I just
did you guys hear that the military supposedly knew about it prior to them being released? So they couldn't say that they knew that imploded because a submarine that was down there that the U.S. is not supposed to have over there had picked it up, and they can't report and say how they learned about it.
A lot of red tape.
Because we have a submarine that's ready just in case. That is not supposed to be there. I don't know if this is... I'm just telling you what I heard. I don't know how true this is.
That is
the
true.
U.S. is some shady folks.
So... Wait, okay.
If this is true,
well, the thing with Russia and China right now is like they want to step, like fucking step, dude. Like we have the most powerful military.
See,
in the world.
I made that point too. It's like,
Yeah.
well, y'all got some stuff in the air, we got some stuff under the water.
Yeah, like
so if y'all try to do something quick,
like
I got a submarine that can DEFCON 3 right out of the gate.
we have a thing called it's like the something halo, but it's basically like if they send a nuke, we blow it up in the atmosphere before it hits us.
How deep into the ocean do submarines go? Do you guys know?
I don't know.
Like how
that one went 2.5 miles deep.
We're only talking about the ones that we know about too.
Yeah.
Right. But
Exactly.
no, in the movies when they they show a picture of the sub and they're like, Commander, we're losing. You know what I'm talking about,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Hunting Red October.
How deep into the ocean are those subs like sitting? Can't be that deep, right?
I don't know.
Are they deep in the ocean's guts?
I don't know how to read in meters.
Around
300 meters.
I come from a proper country. I can't read that.
Well, listen, I don't fucking know. Let's assume it's deep.
1,800 feet.
1,500 feet. They can go about 1,500 feet before the hulls become compromised.
So they're pretty close to the surface then.
Okay.
I'm sure we have one that's nasty though.
That's I don't know. The ocean, man.
Well, like the world is fucking scary right now. Like as we speak, Moscow is fucking facing a coup d'etat from a private military organization.
So what's the beef? Like what is their beef with Putin besides everything?
So basically, there's two things going on. Their military plan in Ukraine isn't good. And the second thing is they have a propaganda machine working behind it saying that it is going good. So basically, this private military company, so like the American version is called BlackRock. Or I think that's the name of it. But basically, we have like guys that got out of Russia has guys that got out of prison. They said, you want to get out of prison, you can go serve for this private company.
Okay.
And this guy is a Russian oligarch, and he was sent to Bakhmut and like a bunch of serious like turning points in the Ukraine war, and he was left stranded out there for a couple months, and a bunch of his dudes died. Had no support from the Russian generals, no support from that. He's been talking shit for like a month and a half, 2 months on videos, posting it. So it's gone contrary from like Russia media news and what he's reporting. So basically he said, you guys aren't going to fucking support us. We're going to march into Moscow.
Do they have the numbers to overthrow?
Thousands. They have thousands. Thousands of people are marching into
are they still in Ukraine or whatever the fuck?
So my brother is a ex-Green Beret, and I spoke with him this morning, and he said right now if Ukraine has a counteroffensive, it's time to use it.
Wow.
And take back Crimea, take back all of it, and go now.
Interesting.
It is like this is world history happening in the moment.
But is this guy any better than Putin? Or is he
no,
just
he's
as bad?
worse. He's fucking worse. That's the scary part.
What?
He's worse. He wants to use a nuke on the Ukrainians.
What about us? Is he like us?
No. Well, that's the thing too. Is what we don't know. What we don't know is has our CIA gotten to him and be like, dude, we'll fucking eliminate you unless you fucking go fight. We'll make you see the black screen, or you go fight. And like, shit gets really different when it's like, we have your number. We could have killed you twice, but nah, you can go. You can work for us now.
Haven't we had enough in this generation? All right.
Oh, these these world altering events,
Twin Towers, fucking COVID,
the financial crisis of 08,
the 08. Even though you know what,
Iraq, Afghanistan.
You know when people talk about that, I had no idea that happened until I saw the movie The Big Short.
Shit.
And that's because I lived in military housing. So
you're like, I thought my mom was just mad.
No. Like there was never like a point where I felt like we were in any financial trouble because we lived in Navy housing. They didn't pay for that.
Yeah.
So I had no idea there was like this big old fucking housing crash and blah blah blah. Did you guys feel the effects of that in a way?
I didn't.
Drew?
I was okay, but I had an uncle who lost a house, lost a boat, lost cars. You know,
what we heard was that there was
bad loans.
That there was a lot of recession talk. That was around the time when they started giving out those stimulus checks. I remember getting those.
Yeah. But see, I wasn't working, so I didn't know. I knew nothing. Oblivious.
Yeah.
Oblivious young teenager. Had no idea.
That's all I heard about. I think you were too young, huh?
Yeah,
I just graduated high school. I just turned 18. I got like that $500 stimulus.
I was 16, 17.
Why didn't I get a fucking stimulus? What the fuck going on?
You got paid? You didn't get paid, did you? Did you get a stimulus check?
At that time, I did have a job. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's why
I had a job at 18.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah, I saw that movie, The Big Short, and I was like, "This happened? Is this real? Is this based on true events?"
Dude, it's all greed. I studied that in college, like specifically, and like you can't like that's the thing when Trump came into office, all of these laws were put into place to not have that happen again. He stripped a bunch of that. Dodd-Frank. It's called Dodd-Frank. Stripped a bunch of regulations.
That's him. Like that's literally what I have to study every other year for repossession.
Yep.
It's in there. All the Dodd-Frank.
Yep.
Yeah, it's all in there.
And it's so that like private companies can't fucking like totally go off the rails and make investments with other people's money that they're not like fit to make.
Yeah.
Like the same thing that happened that Sam Bankman-Fried from that cryptocurrency thing. Like he was making all these gambles with all that capital, but like he's gonna have to pay the piper at some point, at some level.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck. I had another topic. Is this the worst era we've ever had for television and movies? Would you guys say this is like the worst in our lifetime? Would you say this is the worst it's been? Because I like movies. How many movies could you say in the last 10 years really like what's like you walked out and you were like, damn, that was really good.
Have you seen Parasite?
Very good movie.
Yeah, that's one.
Yeah.
That's one.
Yeah.
Okay.
But wouldn't you say it's too far and in between? Or do you think there's more than we know?
I believe it has to do with the corporatization of the industry. So like right now, streaming services, they just want they want shit to pop out. They want it every year and they want it quick, you know? So I feel that the quality's gone down. So I think it's really top heavy.
Right.
So I think the top shows, like anything HBO wants to put their flag on, fire. For the most part.
Right.
Fucking Netflix's like top 3 shows like Squid Game, Stranger Things, and like I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I watch on there. But a lot of shows, I think there's would you say this? There are the most shows there's ever been.
Oh yeah, there's too many. I'm watching like 4 like 4 different television shows.
So it's super convoluted now. The market's super convoluted. So like that's affecting it too.
Let's look at the best 100 movies of this decade from 2010 to 2019.
Yeah, pull that
and
up.
I think Hughes will really like number 4. Okay, so there you have Prisoners as number 1.
That was a decent movie.
Decent.
Okay, you got the
Grand Budapest Hotel.
Yeah.
It's one of his weaker.
I agree.
movies.
Yeah, I agree.
One is
trash.
I meant number 3.
Fire movie.
Interstellar
Gas.
Fucking ass.
Gas. Gas. Don't even get me started.
Wolf of Wall Street, fire.
I like Wolf of Wall Street.
Wolf of Wall Street, super fire.
So so we got Parasite, Wolf of Wall Street.
Okay, let's try to get 10. Let's get 10. Mad Max Fury.
That's a good movie.
That's a badass movie.
It's one of the best action movies I've ever seen. Okay,
3.
Okay, Your Name, trash. Trash.
I don't know what that is.
Manchester. Ooh, that's a really good movie. But it's very depressing, and it's not for everybody.
That's where the Casey Affleck.
He tried to kill you. Yeah.
So Inception barely made the cut.
I think Inception's okay.
Okay.
What? It's better than Interstellar?
I disagree.
Sure.
Yeah, I disagree.
I don't like Inception either.
You telling me you can't sit through all of Inception, but you can sit.
I do agree with both of you. I do disagree with both of you. I do disagree. That's crazy.
No,
Interstellar.
I am high, but fucking.
That is crazy.
Murph. Get the fuck out of here.
Toy Story 3?
Nah. Good movie, but nah.
Patterson.
Never seen it. Boyhood, never seen it.
Never
Inside
seen
Out
it.
was good, but it's a weak Pixar movie.
I like.
That's well said.
It's weak. It's
well
weak.
said.
Coco was way better.
I like Dunkirk.
I like Dunkirk, but Black Swan, let's go. Yeah.
Okay.
Gone Girl, good movie.
Yep. I love Blade Runner.
So it seems like that there's some gems here.
Yeah, but I just feel like they're super spaced out because these are like a lot of these movies are like in 2012, 2010, but like this, I would say like from what?
It's going to get
You're
worse
trying
with
to go
the
from
writer's
2013
strike.
on. You're trying to go 2013 on.
I'm thinking like 2016 and on. I just can't. And maybe I'm just forgetting a bunch.
Yeah.
I will say this list feels weak. I do
there's
feel
there's nothing that's
what about Creed?
How is Parasite not in the
Creed?
top 10 on
Creed is a good
Creed's
movie, but it's not
yeah.
like a fucking phenomenal.
So
movie.
give us an example of like phenomenal.
First Spider-Verse movie.
Into the Spider-Verse. Parasite is probably one. I guess I could put Inception on there. I really need to look. Just go through like a quicker through this.
12 Years a Slave is excellent.
Django
Chain excellent.
Whiplash. There you go. That's the level of movie I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Whiplash is fucking
badass movie.
That's a good movie.
Whiplash is like that's a movie. If somebody says, "Oh, I've never seen Whiplash," now put it on right now. Put that on. And that's what I'm talking. La La Land is great. It made me tear up. Social Network is really
great
good.
movie.
All these trash. Argo's trash. Hacksaw Ridge trash. Moonrise Kingdom, fucking amazing. But that came out like 13 years ago. That came out so long ago.
Her's good.
Her was good. Nightcrawler is good.
Hidden Figures is good.
It was okay. Edge of Tomorrow, amazing.
Mm-hmm. I know you like Call Me by Your Name.
Never seen it. The Big Short.
The Big Short.
Avengers. Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Dark Knight Rises is still in the 10 year. Or no, it's not in the 10 year anymore.
Martian was good, better than fucking Interstellar.
I actually like The Martian.
Life of Pi is ass, boy.
I don't like that movie.
Are you kidding?
Who's making this?
You liked it when you saw that, Tiger.
Dawn of the Planet of the Apes.
The fact that Parasite isn't on this list kind of fucking.
It might be low. It might be lower on the list.
That's wild to me.
Like Midnight in Paris was fucking trash. Gravity was fucking trash. Ex Machina, amazing movie. Yeah. High Water's good. All right, All right, but I was and then my next question for you guys was: Has Disney officially killed Star Wars and Marvel?
Yeah, that new Secret Wars.
Star Wars is one of my favorite franchises of all time, and they will announce something, and every time I go, I'm not fucking watching that. Ahsoka, I ain't watching that shit.
I'm watching
the Alkalites. I ain't watching that shit. Ray's new fucking Jedi movie. I ain't watching that shit. Now I got 2 episodes into The Mandalorian, and I was like, this shit's kind of whack. I'll come back to it. Now they're saying the fucking redhead chick is taking over as the Mandalorian, bro. What is Disney? Listen, I'm all for strong female leads. I'm all for it. But Disney seems like they have like such a hard on to just jam these chicks into the limelight. Maybe I'm wrong. And if like, what is with all like? I just feel like they're fucking ham-fisting all these fucking chicks into the lead role, and it's like you don't.
I have a strong disagree with you on that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I believe that Ahsoka is a serious character that needs to be taken seriously because that is the last character that George Lucas created for these series and for canon. She is big in Clone Wars. She's big in Rebels. Both excellent shows. And I think that her live action, that show could be really good.
Let me counter you.
Mm-hmm.
Obi-Wan should have been...
Oh.
Obi-Wan should have been taken care of with so much... There should have been so much love and care put into Obi-Wan.
Look what you did to my boy.
And look how you butchered
look what you did to my boy.
Like, when I think about that Obi-Wan show, it's... Besides, like, a couple parts, that show is ass.
It's terrible. It's terrible.
And you know what they decided to do? They decided to take Reva and make a little side story about her. Nobody wants to see Reva. Are you fucking kidding me? Nobody.
When they brought back the Inquisitor, I was like, yeah, fuck this show. You can't take a lightsaber to the belly and be like, yeah, I'm cool. Like,
so I don't understand how you could watch Obi-Wan when it's over, then they announce Ahsoka, and you're like, yeah, I think this is going to be good.
Well, I like Mandalorian Season 3. You haven't watched Mandalorian Season 3.
It hasn't. Listen, it should have caught my attention by episode 2. It's fucking boring. It was fucking boring.
Yeah, I've liked it. I liked the Season 3. I enjoyed it. I had fun with it. I was entertained. You know, it's not as good as the first 2 seasons.
Without spoiling too much, were they leaning towards him not being in the show anymore?
No. I think that's a headline that may have gone awry. I believe that Pedro's still the main guy in the show.
But he said he's all for her taking over.
I think he's just playing the fucking part of being like supportive dude in the media. To be honest. He doesn't have fucking say on that. That's the thing too. He's a character. He's an actor. He doesn't fucking have a single say on where that story. So
they were also saying that I guess she saved him a bunch of times in this season 3.
She's a bad. So also to that same thing, Bo-Katan is a fucking badass character.
So why not make Bo-Katan the Disney Plus series?
I think it's going to be the spinoff. So I think that's what's going to happen. Is like Mando's got to die soon. He's got to die. Man. Mando's got to die.
No.
Good characters die.
Stop.
To make stories like, if you want to see adult Grogu show that's actually good, Mando has to die.
Nah, you talking crazy.
So you're telling me that, okay, do you want an adult Grogu show? Do you want, no? Okay.
Not really.
Not, okay.
I think they kind of need to pump the brakes on these fucking Disney shows.
I agree.
And really think about what they put down. I think I haven't seen one Star Wars thing, besides the first 2 Mando. I haven't seen any good Star Wars content from Disney yet. Force Awakens. I liked Force Awakens.
We talked about that. I like Force Awakens.
Last
season of Clone Wars that Disney did was good. I also liked the Jedi stories that came out. There were some Jedi side stories that came out.
What are you talking about?
I'll send them to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
But are you talking about the animated shit?
Not just that. There's some other stuff that are just like Jedi side stories, and they're like Clone Wars animation, but just like it's got stories of like Dooku and like just different.
That.
It's really fucking cool.
I'd be into
really
that.
cool. Yeah, I enjoy it.
You didn't like Rogue One?
Was that Disney? I don't think that was Disney.
I think that was Disney. Yes,
I did like Rogue One.
I like Rogue One
I've only
too.
seen it once.
Mm-hmm.
I want a Star Wars movie where I'm quoting it till my fucking ears are bleeding, like episode 3. Give me another episode.
Silence.
Never gonna happen.
Bro,
never gonna happen.
Disney has all the fucking money in the world. Take the time and
George
make
Lucas.
a fucking story. Make a good story.
They're not George Lucas.
I've been watching this thing
and
on
you're just
Disney.
talking specifically Star Wars.
I'm just talking about Star Wars. I'm gonna get to Marvel next because Marvel. I was fighting back on the Marvel for a long fucking time. And then I saw fucking what was that? What was the movie with the? God damn it! Rob Stark is one of the characters. God damn it!
Eternals.
Eternals. Dog shit. Didn't even finish it. Then I saw Ant-Man 3. Holy fucking shit!
Jonathan Majors is good in that movie, but that's it.
That's it. But it's not enough to say the movie's
No,
good.
it's not.
The movie is when the movie starts and you already know how it's going. You already know what's going to happen. I knew it was gonna
because it's a Marvel.
It's literally a copy. They take one template, paste it onto this one.
I love that James Gunn was like, "Here's a really good Marvel movie. Fuck you guys, I'm out." Yeah.
So see, I was not even really that excited about Guardians.
Guardians was fire. I like Guardians.
Guardians 3 was so good.
I like Guardians.
So good.
And that's Disney, no?
That was Disney, but that's James Gunn. I don't really. Shang-Chi was the last good Marvel movie.
Did you like Wakanda Forever? I liked Wakanda Forever.
I liked the movie.
It's entertaining. Yeah, I watched it a second time at home. It was entertaining.
I'm not watching it again. It's too long. I'm not watching it.
I watched it at home a second time. It was cool.
I tried watching that new show, Secret Invasion, because I had my boy Samuel Jackson. I was bored to
Put the
fucking
sleeping
tears.
emoji on me. Put the just right there, sleeping emoji.
I'm like, what are you... Listen, you're supposed to be grabbing me. You're supposed to be getting the hooks in me to where I don't want to turn this off. I was 15 minutes in and I'm checking it. There's still 40 minutes left. I'm like, holy shit. I don't want to watch any more of this.
It's very good you brought that up. So I took a screenwriting class and a novel writing class last year, and every story needs what's called an inciting incident. Mm-hmm. There isn't a fucking inciting incident in that show. Nothing happens at the beginning.
Because it's
no
a
hook.
Slow burn. It's supposed to be a slow burn. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I'm not coming back.
It's going to take a lot for me to watch a second episode of that show because the first episode fucking sucked. It was terrible. It was really bad.
I'm not watching it. I don't give a fuck.
There was one cool part about Nick Fury fighting Nick Fury at the end. I thought that was cool, but that was 20 seconds.
There's literally 40 seconds left of the show at that point.
Amelia Clark getting her bag. She's still beautiful.
I'd marry that girl. She's fucking gorgeous. I don't know. Can they come back is, I guess, my question. I think there's always room for Star Wars and Marvel to come back. But, what is it going to take?
Well, Bob Iger's back. We'll see what he does.
What, did they get rid of that Kennedy chick? Kathleen Kennedy?
No. I'm talking about the president. But no. She's always going to be stuck.
No, get her the fuck out. I think it's time for her to go. You tried.
She's not letting go.
She's
not
one of
letting
the
go.
people who hung her hat on episode 1 through 3 and hung her hat on Jurassic Park. She's retiring with that job. There's nothing that no fucking blogger, none of us are going to be able to get Kathleen Kennedy out of there. She is fucking in cement.
They said the Star Wars with that last trilogy we got was losing money the more they put them out.
I'm sure it is.
But isn't that a sign we're like, hey, you know what? Maybe we should.
My opinion with it is they need to find the right creative, independent people to do it. I think they need to hand it to HBO. That's the HBO Star Wars is my pipe dream. You're
never gonna see that. They're gonna have Padme sucking cock on the fucking.
Bro.
I'm never gonna.
I want to see young Mando with some purple whores, fucking at a bar, gambling and shit.
I would love
Space TJ.
I would love nothing more to see a more mature Star Wars, but it's never gonna happen. You're gonna cut out the kids. They're never gonna do that
because that's their money makers, the merchandise, and they sell it to the fucking kids.
You ever think about just taking Star Wars as we were lucky enough to have what Lucas gave us and just end it there?
No.
And all this other stuff is just extra credit?
Because
that's where I'm at with it, kind of.
No, you guys are giving up. You're giving up.
You've given up too. You're literally not watching it.
You're
giving up
because it sucks. Because it fucking sucks.
You're allowing yourself to be upset. I can't live that way. I'm not going to do it. There's never going to be an episode better than episode 3. It's not. It doesn't exist.
There could be.
Yeah, it's not happening, baby. George Lucas, the creator, he's not involved anymore.
Empire Strikes Back, episode 3, and then whatever you want to say after that. In my opinion,
I like A New Hope though.
I like A New Hope a lot too. A New Hope is really good,
and I'm also an episode 1 guy.
I like episode
1.
Yeah, episode 1's really fun.
Yeah, Jar Jar.
Mm-hmm. Stop. Fuck him. All right, well, that was my rant about that. I don't know.
I got a good topic if you want me to go, or you can go.
Yeah, go.
Yeah. So there's a big fight brewing right now, boys. A big fight. 2 of the biggest, most wealthy men on the planet want to scrap. My question: Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg are setting up a fight.
No, they're not.
Stop embarrassing yourself.
They're not fighting.
And UFC president Dana White said he'll sanction it and he'll put it on. Let's talk about the measurements. Let's talk about
Dana says he doesn't do these kind of fights.
Yeah.
I don't do these fights.
He literally said like last week, I don't do gimmick fights.
I don't do gimmick fights. He's
It's
like, what's the BMF title, bitch?
Fucking CM Punk, motherfucking. Yeah, you got CM Punk going. So Elon Musk, 6'2". And we're going to look at,
Zuckerberg's winning that fight.
Yeah, Elon Musk looks like
Zuckerberg's going to smoke him if he fights.
He's like a jiu-jitsu practitioner.
He's an actual jiu-jitsu practitioner,
He's fucking Musk up.
I got conservative friends who are like, nah, bro, it's going to come down to who wants it more.
Washington Post is fucked up. It says Elon Zuckerberg cage fight could be jiu-jitsu versus walrus.
And that's coming from fucking Bezos. That's Bezos talking shit to other billionaires because they're fucking petty pieces of shit.
Why do people hate Elon Musk so much? I never understood why. Do you know why?
I hate it because he fucking... my thing about him is he's not as big a genius as people think he is.
He made Tesla, though.
He made it with a great team and great coders and fucking blood diamond money.
Okay, so him or what's the Apple nigga? What's his name?
Tim Apple.
No. The one that's dead.
Well, the fucking genius is Steve
Steve.
Wozniak. Wozniak's the guy who wrote the Apple code, not Steve. Steve Jobs is the marketing guy.
So he's just the Tesla Steve Jobs.
Wozniak runs laps around fucking Musk.
No,
and
but
Zuckerberg's a genius actual coder. He's just fucking weird.
I saw the Social Network. He ain't that. You know what I mean?
He's also cutthroat.
He's weird.
Yeah. You wrote the code, man. Like, if you write the algorithm, you're fucking in the money.
My money's on Elon.
Nah, I don't think Elon got it.
Stop. Nah.
I would put a gentleman's meal on that, a lunch or a dinner of your choice.
I'd put money on that, too.
I'll gladly.
Because Zuckerberg,
he's training. I know.
Because like on the surface level, I would take like if I didn't know,
right,
I would take Musk. But knowing that Zuckerberg trains in jiu-jitsu, he's not winning.
Because he just has to grab his arm,
It's
grab
a
one
fucking
time,
rap.
and it's
It's
done.
a
He's gonna
fucking
tap.
rap.
He'll tap.
It's a wrap.
Have you seen Elon's body? Bring up Elon's body.
he
bring
looks
up his fucking Elon shirtless. Bring it up now. Let's talk about it. Talk about fucking walruses.
Leave him alone, bro.
Look at this. God, reflecting.
It doesn't matter. He's got
It's a
billions of
skin
dollars.
suit.
He's got some fucking Scandinavian model whore in that bunker down there, sucking his cock whenever he wants. So it doesn't matter how his body looks.
Ugh. He looks like a trash bag full of mayonnaise. Fucking disgusting.
Listen, if I was that pale, I would definitely be like, no, I'm a billionaire. I don't get. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. I'm a billionaire. I don't care. Look at that. Look. What did I say? You care how his body looks?
Yeah, you don't care.
He's going to defile that woman, and she's going to let him because he's got billions of dollars. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. What a fucking life, man.
But yeah, okay. So who's got Zuckerberg? Me,
Everybody.
Marquise. Everyone's got okay.
It's gonna be Zuck.
It's gonna be Zuck.
Yeah.
Hey,
But I'm rooting for Elon.
Does the fight even fucking happen? Though?
No, it's not gonna
It
happen.
don't happen. They're running their mouths, right?
Fuck no.
I bet you Zuckerberg is in the gym this morning. And he's taking it seriously. That fool is for sure taking it seriously.
Yeah. That's pretty much all I got. The last thing I got was I guess there's been a lot of talk about like online burnout, because I don't know if you guys saw the video of Tfue. He's like a Fortnite player. And he was talking about like he was like pretty much crying on camera, which is very unlike him. But he's just saying like I've been doing this content creation since I was like 10. I just feel like I've been in front of the screen my whole life, and I like haven't really seen the world. So he says he's pretty much going to quit. He says it's not like indefinite, but he says it's going to be a really long time because he just wants to live his life. And there's been a lot of talk about like a lot of these content creators that we see, and like people want to be them. Like you pretty much become a slave to the grind. Because if you take just like a day, you take a couple of days off, that's it, man. Like you lose so much subscribers, you know what I mean? So a lot of people get stuck in this loop where they feel like they can't take time off, they can't take a break, they can't do anything, because if they do that, they're going to lose everything that they got. So, like, seeing him, like, I don't know, seeing him crying and, you know, because he's like, I guess maybe he feels, like, conflicted about it, because maybe he doesn't want to lose his fan base or whatever. I don't know.
All of us work in content, so we can definitely all speak on this, you know? I currently am on a social media break on Jaywalk Media for a few reasons. One of them being like I had a personal issue last week that I had to handle, and it gave me a lot of anxiety and fucking I had to really work my mental energy on it. And I'm the only person that runs the site right now, so I took some time off for that. Second being, I posted the last video I posted. They told me that they're going to block some of my actions because I have a third-party website that has my password. So I changed my password, and I'm just letting it simmer for a little bit.
Right.
But and also thirdly, I'm really taking ownership of this pod. I want to be not just a member. I want this to be our pod.
Yeah.
You know, and you guys have expressed that to me. So I've taken time off to be able to help with anything, which I feel like I've been putting a little effort, recently to help out with stuff. So.
Yeah.
That being
concerned about burning out.
Hell yeah! So I've literally I put out politics videos. So guys that fucking can't read a sentence are calling me a fucking idiot. You know what I mean? I have to be ready to get called a spick, wetback. Best burn I've ever gotten is, it's actually funny. You're the reason why we need the wall. I fucking lost that. I thought that was funny. And I don't care about these people's opinions. You gotta fucking. I'm like. It sucks to say this, but my real life is dope. So I can. The thing that sucks is sometimes I'll get in an argument with someone online, and I'll be spending time with my girl, and it pulls away from that because I'm like, nah, I just want to fucking say one more thing, And the truth of it is every fucking engagement that I post or any video that I post that causes a fight, the fucking numbers are going to go up.
Yeah.
So it's this weird fucking bullshit of do I want to make news videos or do I want to make the videos that I want? Now I'm working on the videos I want to make, which is more original content, UFO stuff, stuff that's going to be making me on my subscriber and Discord.
What about you, Drew? You've been doing content creation since 2008.
Yeah.
How many times you experienced
You gotta. One thing you got to do, as I learned from the skateboard stuff, is you have to see. You could do a lot within the Let's Go Skate, the skateboard interviews, reviews. Those are all different platforms of content that you find yourself. You need to find out what you want to do. Involved in Let's Go Skate, it's not just the filming. I have to go and pick up everybody. None of them drive.
Yeah.
You have to go to a location. You have to go to a location that everyone wants to go to. And luckily for me, I had their friends, but ultimately they're a team to help me make this content. Delegation is why I had to learn what I had to do when it comes to that type of content. I did everything myself.
Right.
You're going to burn out quickly. So the best medium to do is if you're going to make such content, if you're going to do it with people, which is ideal, your type of videos, they don't need a team really. You just need a phone, and I think that's what you have is the best approach. It's just you, and you can create something on the fly where something like this creates a production.
Yeah.
You need a team of doing it.
Much different.
And you need to have everyone has to pull their weight in their part. So that's how it helped me realize you have to do it in the right way. Because any ambitious person any content creator is an ambitious person, and so you can be multifaceted. Your cousin's a prime example of that.
I don't know how I should ask him because, and then what do you?
Jabril's amazing, dude. His shit is amazing. It really is. I agreed on that too.
But have you felt burnout? And what do you? And if you have, what do you do when you're I just gotta.
That's why I quit the skateboard stuff.
So you just quit. You feel burnout. You just quit.
Yeah, and it's time to grow up. It's time to grow up and do things that skateboard's a kid's toy, dude. It's time to move on.
Well, I feel like I wouldn't say that. There's growth.
In other words, I'm looking at it as I can't be skateboarding for the rest of my life and just following the skateboard content. No one's going to want to listen to, at least in my opinion, no one wants to listen to an old man talking about kids skateboarding.
When you say that's there's a lot of adults that skateboard though. They probably wouldn't like that you're calling it a kid's toy when a bunch of adults skateboard.
I've just simplified it and saying this is what I'm seeing when do I really want to follow through this path? I'm 28 years old. Am I going to just be, is my life just going to be dedicated to following a dream where am I doing it on my own? Because I couldn't do it through the barracks. Right. I couldn't find an established business to do it. What am I going to, yeah, but what I'm saying is that I had a goal. I didn't get that goal. What am I going to do now? Am I going to stick with skateboarding? No. I'm not going to keep focusing content. As much as I do love skateboarding, I'm not going to continue with it. So I got burnt out from it. I followed a dream, and it didn't work out, and that's fine. Reevaluate my approach. And that's where the podcast came in.
My big thing to fight that burnout is to make sure you're doing what you want to do. Because if you like what you're doing and it's fun, then you're not going to be as burnt out, you know. But if you're doing something to like serve other people, you're going to for sure get fucking burnout.
Yeah, I've never experienced burnout. I haven't been doing content creation long enough, so I couldn't say what I would do. But I think time away from it would probably be maybe it'd be the best thing. It's hard for me to say. I really haven't been in it long enough. But then when we took time off away from here, I didn't like it. But I don't think I had reached burnout yet. You know what I mean?
You weren't close?
I don't think so.
That's surprising.
I don't think so.
Given how long you were doing it every week, especially the first couple years.
I think maybe in the first year, but even then, I don't think it was burnout. I think it was just me being lazy. Like, you know what I mean? I don't think I was burnt out. Yeah, so I don't think I've ever felt it. Jabril will probably be a very good person to ask. He's been doing content creation nonstop since almost as long as you've been doing it. So I don't know. I'd have to ask him because he switches gears a lot too. He'll go from one thing to this thing to this.
I think
thing
you just answered it.
Just switch gears.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
That's literally where I'm at right now.
Sense.
Yeah,
that makes sense. That's pretty much all I got, man.
What about you, Bethel? How do you
I don't know. I've never experienced burnout. I mean, actually, yeah, I did experience burnout. You know, I got back from EDC and I was just like, man,
bro, we were talking about that earlier. Yeah,
I was like, dude, I'm like,
party burnout.
I'm burnt out.
I felt burnout there.
Exactly. I don't want to go out to party. I don't want to. I just want to stay home.
Bethel's content creation is partying.
That's social burnout. That's all the fucking time, man.
Yeah, man.
That's all the time. That's like every other week for me where I'm just like...
I've never felt it this long, though. It's just been like consistent. Like, you want to go out tonight?
Nah.
Man.
No, it's going to get worse. The older you get, the worse it gets. Like, if you don't give me like 2-3 days heads up, fuck no, I'm not going. Hell no, I'm not.
I already know your tendencies. Like, I know if you're going or not.
Well, if we planned it, like if
you're there, if we plan it,
if it's Friday, you say, hey, let's go do this on Monday, I'll be there 1,000%. If it's Monday, like, hey, I'm gonna go do this in a few hours. Yeah, we'll see, buddy. Yeah, we'll see if I'll be there. Fuck no. Yeah, that's social burnout, and that makes sense. I've been there. Definitely been there. 1,000%.
So I got. Do you want to watch that Juneteenth video?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
A lot of people got that day off, surprisingly.
I wish I got it off.
Monday, June 19th. Juneteenth.
But at
federal holiday for many, but not for
Can you put that the 311 mark?
Thank you.
Yep.
Or Metlick. You should put to the 311 mark.
Please.
Oh, I'm skipping.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Perfect. That works.
Some of you will be listening to this episode as it airs on Juneteenth. The heck is Juneteenth?
I know that tone.
It depends who you ask, okay? But let's talk about what it actually is. And we opposed Juneteenth becoming a federal holiday as it happened.
Why, motherfucker?
And yes, it is the day that it is mandatory to work at Turning Point USA. We're going to talk about it actually on the day. I say we're given multiple days off for our actual Independence Day, July 4th, 1776. Why is Juneteenth a problem? Not because, again, it's so subversive. Yeah. On its face value, I have no problem with it. I think it's wonderful to say, okay, liberation of slaves, all that good stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. No.
Oh.
Yeah. The issue is that the entire point of it, as per postmodernists do and deconstructionists, is to subvert July 4th. That has always been the agenda.
Wrong.
that there's a Black Independence Day and a National Independence Day, the same way that they have a Black national anthem that plays before NFL games.
Not true. Not true. That's fake news. Yeah. All right. That's all you got to see. That's all you got to fucking see. That's all you got to see.
What the fuck is he talking about?
Exactly.
He's race baiting.
It's exactly. That's exactly what he's doing.
Come on, man. Come on, man. He's like, by the way, I have black friends, so that's not the issue.
Oh God, right?
Email me at freedom@charliekirk.com.
Yeah. No. My thing about it is, like, we were talking about this before. On the original 4th of July, me and you weren't free.
Right. Yeah.
Period. We're not free. Yeah. There is no freedom of speech for us. There is no freedom of organization for us. There is no freedom to own a business for us during the 4th of July. Juneteenth is a little bit special for me because my grandma was a sharecropper who picked cotton in Texas, and we don't know anything about her family, and I wonder why. So fucking the fact that I'm 2 to 3 generations away from picking cotton. Like, I take Juneteenth fucking very seriously. It's a big holiday, and I'm not even black. You know what I mean?
I didn't know it was a federal holiday until right now.
It's a federal fucking holiday.
I'm not working. Listen, to all my employers, listen to me right now. You will not see me at work on Juneteenth. So
it should
if
be.
I gotta request it off, whatever the fuck.
The fact that we exterminated slavery should be celebrated so highly in our country, and the fact that a lot of people don't want to touch is we're one of the last countries to eliminate slavery. Well, compared to like fucking
literally built this country.
It literally built this fucking country on it.
So
you know, and I just think it's bullshit because this guy really is. He doesn't fucking think that. He's trying to sell CharlieKirk.com. He's trying to sell Patreon. And he's trying to get clicks, and he's trying to get good shows like us to talk about him. But he has an audience, and like it sucks that we're giving him a platform. But you also got to shut this fucking shit down immediately.
He called it a pagan garbage segregation.
Neo-segregationist federal holiday, meaning it's trying to separate whites from blacks. Because like when I was growing up, Juneteenth was always a wink of the eye day off.
Yes,
it was, and I loved that.
Yes.
I loved that. And my hood I grew up in, it meant like people are barbecuing that day. That's it, you know, and for good fucking reason. For good fucking reason.
I'm educated. I didn't know what Juneteenth was.
Yeah, I thought it was just 619 Day, San Diego's Day.
It was 619 Day. Yeah, I did see that.
I thought teenth had to do with like it was a dentist day. But what I don't understand is this guy has a broadcast style microphone and it sounds like shit. I don't understand that. He sounds like he's in the fucking.
This is from a fucking like super liberal show, and they do shit where they fuck with people's audio.
It doesn't sound like he's using the microphone. And why does he have the fucking Agent Smith earpiece? I don't fucking get it.
He's a douchebag. This dude is a douchebag. He's shown up to fucking like speak and just coked out of his mind.
So, you know, I wasn't gonna bring this up because I wasn't gonna expose myself. A lot of these right wing YouTubers I be listening to, and listen, a lot of times they be saying some bullshit. Okay, but sprinkle what they do. This is what they do.
It's a tactic. What you're about to say.
Yes, what they do, and this is how they get. And they don't got me, people. I have a brain to think for myself. Okay. And this is why I don't go. I'm not on the. You can't catch me like super supporting the left, and you won't catch me super supporting the right. I'm like right in the middle, because the left will say some shit. I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. But then they'll push it. They'll push it a little too hard. I'm like, you're bugging now. Same with the right. The right says some surface level stuff, and I'll listen to it. And I'm like, yeah, these guys are right. And then they start leaning in a little too hard. I'm like, nah, you lost me now, bro. You lost me. Like when that shit at Target was going on. Okay, this is how I started getting sucked into it. There's some shit going on at Target where, like, I guess like baby, they had like this baby.
I did a video on this, so I got all the info.
Yeah. I guess they had like some kids' clothes or whatever the fuck it was, where the kid could like tuck his penis in, and I was like, if that's true, that's absolutely insane. So I'm going to listen to both sides, because if that's true, that's fucking insane. And Target is fucking bugging.
It's not true.
See?
It's an adult fucking bikini, and everyone has said that it's an adult bikini. And if I were to bring it up online, I'm a fucking groomer.
Now,
like, straight up, bro. Yeah. I can't tell you how many times I've been called a pedophile or a groomer in the last 2 months.
Yeah.
You guys learned a fucking new word. Good for you.
Now, how do you feel about the stuff in the kids section with the trans? Like, how do you feel about stuff like that?
I think that it's a free market economy, and if they're making sales, sell it. Like you don't have to go to Target. You don't have to buy it.
So ultimately, that's how I feel too.
Yeah.
But I guess where I land on is like, why do we need kids clothes with like trans?
Because there are gay kids and there are trans kids that exist.
At like 6-7 years old.
I have a gay little brother. That motherfucker was gay out the womb. He was tap dancing at like 3. He was flamboyant.
He can be flamboyant, but how does he know if he likes boys or girls at like 6 years old?
Do you think that being gay is a cultural thing or a genetic thing?
A genetic thing. Yeah, but when I was a kid,
how old were you when you first noticed a chick's tits and chick's ass? How old were you? For real, like first time you saw Skinamax or some shit like that?
I was probably like 11 or 12.
Mm-hmm. First time you were like turned on by a chick in a movie. Like, do you remember?
I'd say
that?
like 11 or 12.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I'd say around then.
I'm creepy. It was more around 6 to 7.
You fucking horny bastard.
I have a. Yeah.
I had many tenths of that age.
Yeah, yeah. So it's
at
like
6 or 7. You guys are.
I got caught.
Nigga,
I got caught at like 7, and I had to fucking go to therapy and shit. Yeah,
I didn't get caught. You can't catch me.
I was dumb. I'm still dumb.
You can't catch me. I know the dark spots.
All I am saying is that I believe that my theory about gay people and the genetic reason is it has to do with natural population control, because that's what happens in animals. Because there are animals that are gay, and that's because they have a large population, and that's the way. That's why like nature does it. I believe that's why it exists.
I'm not saying that a kid might, he might see a boy and like, I think that boy is cute, but like he's a kid. Like even if that's what I guess.
I have a good example for you.
And I think maybe where my problem is a lot of people, and maybe it's like, maybe this is the issue. When you hear like gay and trans and stuff, you immediately go to like sex and stuff. And it's like, well, why are you talking about that stuff with kids? These are kids. Let them go watch fucking Power Rangers and shit. And like,
that's a good point, though. You say because being
the TV
gay
shows suck ass now.
Being gay or being trans doesn't just have to do with sex. It has to do with identity.
But like,
too,
how does a 6-year-old be like, I want to be a girl? It's like,
my second point to that would be the reason why I would buy it for my kids is like I got a gay little brother, and there are gay people in my girl's family, and I would be like, yeah, we support you, and he's going to support you too.
That makes sense.
That is why I would buy it, and I plan on buying it for like a little rainbow on a baby. I don't give a fuck. It's a baby.
Yeah,
make fun of my baby.
I don't want people thinking I really. I don't want people thinking I really like I'm going out marching and trying to boycott Target and stuff. I'm just like I don't know if you saw the stuff with Nick Merckx.
No, I didn't.
So Nick Merckx is he's a Call of Duty streamer. Love the guy. He's yeah. I would say he's my favorite streamer for sure. He's fucking hilarious. But there was parents fighting outside of a middle school about like a gay rally or something. I don't remember what the fuck it said. And then he had tweeted and said like they should just leave the kids out of it, or they should leave kids alone. Blah blah blah. And he got fucking.
This is the thing he was arguing. Do you guys think that elementary schools up to 6th grade, kindergarten to 6th grade, should celebrate Pride Month? And that is the fucking thing he's saying. I don't see an issue with it. I really don't see an issue with
Celebrate it in what way? Like, what do you mean?
Have the kids wear some rainbows, and just say like, educate
is that
them.
Just how it starts? Or where's the line with you then?
The line. My whole thing is it's public school, right?
Can they have dick popsicles?
Dick popsicles? No, that has to do with nudity.
Yeah, but okay.
Anything that has to do with nudity, I'm not for. Profane language, I'm not for.
Yeah.
But it just be like, hey, some people have 2 dads, some people have 2 moms. Some people's mommy may be a they, them. Like my thing is I plan on sending my kids to private school, so like I'll have more control over their curriculum that.
You don't think parents are in the right to say I want to be the one to teach my kid that?
I think that's a private school attitude in a public school space.
I can see that.
If you want to control the curriculum, make some more fucking money, pull yourself up by your droop. Conservatives out there.
I definitely agree with
Conservatives, if you don't want your kids to learn about gay people, pull yourself up by your fucking bootstraps, get better fucking jobs, and put them in private school. Period. stop bitching about public curriculum. You're gonna have to learn about gay people, black people, Mexicans in America, because we're a part of the fucking history.
Daddy, why is that kid's skin so black?
Yeah, exactly. Like they talk about banning books and banning fucking all this gay shit, but then it's like, yeah, we're gonna ban the gay book and throw fucking
Did you see how they were getting all that sexual stuff banned, and then the school was able to get the Bible banned?
They got the Bible
and
banned.
Conservative, they lost their shit.
It's in Utah too because it's the Mormons, which are a joke of a fucking religion. It's Christian blasphemy. Completely 100%. You're a joke if you believe that. I will go out of fucking control
Why
on
do you
that.
hate Mormons?
Well, we just lost the Mormons audience.
Well, no.
Like
I'll tell you right now. They just had a fucking case going. One of these backwards ass states that say they can withhold fucking evidence of sexual abuse because they are a religion. They don't have to fucking report sexual abuse in their church per the fucking state Supreme Court because they have little tentacles in the Supreme Court. Look it up. Look it up.
Fuck?
So basically, I have a beef with the Mormon religion because they have fucking it's a pedophile factory, and they fucking just like the Catholicism. It's a pedophile factory that actually fucking needs to have attention put on them by the government.
Holy shit!
Like they're fucking.
What Mormon chick broke up with you? Like what happened?
Fucking no Mormon chick. I'm by some form or aspect, I consider myself a Christian because Christianity is something that saved my life. I'm not strict by the book guy, you know, but I think someone twisting those words and using it for personal gain. Joseph Smith is a pedophile and a murderer.
Rep Mormon bishop not to report abuse. Actually, yeah, I mean, you know,
that's disgusting. So you're telling me a kid in your church comes to you and says that this person X is molesting you. You have to run it through a church system before you talk to the fucking police? Garbage. Get the fuck out of here.
I mean, what's
Where's
worse?
the separation between church and state? I don't get it. Where is
They need to pay taxes, man.
Wait, who's worse, Scientologists or Mormons? Who's worse?
Mormons. Mormons.
Really? I don't know. Mormons, they'll do tasks for you to come. I remember they would come down Kelly and they'd be like, oh, you know, can we take your kids to go do this?
There's a lot of nice people that practice Mormonism. There's a lot of people that have Mormonism that has helped them in their lives and their finances. But at the core, it's rotten. It's from a rotten story. It's from a guy who lying to create power. A guy who's a pedophile, an Indian murderer.
Wow.
Like their history. Just look it up.
They'll mow your lawn though.
Please.
They will.
And they prey on Hispanics too. They prey on the fucking Hispanic community
they
too.
They would always come down and throw.
I have no love for them.
I've only met. I worked with two Mormons when I was a manager at the movie theater, and I'm not gonna lie, I could not stand them. They were the most. They were the most smug kids, or whatever you want to call them.
They're part of a secret society.
And like you try to ask them, I would like ask them questions. So I'm like, I've never met a Mormon. It was like two of them. I would ask them questions about like being a Mormon. He'd be like, he had like this fine girlfriend. Like she was fine. I was like, yo, I'm not gonna say his name. I was like, yo, y'all never. He was like, nah, bro, we don't.
Of course you don't.
I said, come on, man. It's just me and you, bro. Like, come on. He's like, nah, we don't. I was like, all right, man, you're a fucking liar, but that's fine. But then like he would he was stealing food. He was doing all the like, he was crazy, bro. Like, he was like stealing hot dogs and stuff.
The food thief?
Yeah.
Okay.
He was like stealing food and shit, and like he just always thought he was like better than me. I'm like, you're not. Like I just wasn't a fan.
Yeah.
And he was a Mormon. And then I tried to ask him about the what's the fucking thing where they soaking. I tried to ask him about it. I was like, you ever do that soaking thing? He started laughing. He's like, nah. I was like,
what is that?
Soaking where they're on top of each other and someone's moving the bed for them?
So Mormons can't fuck. You're not allowed to fuck until you're married. But this guy's girlfriend was, I'm telling you, she was fucking. She was like,
it's like a.
Come on.
The only hot dog you gave her was from the snack stand.
So what they do is they will. You can, if you just entering the woman is not sex. It's when you thrust is when the sex is happening. So what they would do is he would get his dick hard, put it inside her, and then just soak in there, and then you have a friend get on the edge of the bed and move it. So then you're not
some friend.
Great friend.
Great friend. And you just explained that, and you're like defending these people. Like what the fuck?
I didn't defend nothing. I'm just saying you got a lot of fucking disdain for Mormons. That's all.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I'm good. I think all my tops are. I'm good on canceling myself with a whole. I'm episode 2 of me here. I've isolated a whole fucking. I'm gonna bring the hate. Bring the hate.
We had a good Mormon audience.
Yeah, Utah is hot for Random Goal, right? Yeah, Utah's hot for us.
We like Utah.
Yeah,
it's nice out there.
Yeah. That was it.
That was it.
Yeah. He doesn't have an outro, so. I don't know when you guys will hear this, but when you do, Joaquin does not like Mormons. Okay?
It's over.